What's up guys, it's BarbaraBeauté and I'm back on your screen with another video. In today's video I'm going to show you how I made my end screen for my YouTube channel via Photoshop. So if you guys want to see and learn about end screens and things like that, just keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and open up Photoshop. This is how my end screen looks. What you want to do first is create a new file. You go to File, New. I'm just going to name this Endscreen Test. It's important that you change the width and the height to 1280 by 720p because that is the size. That's going to be the size of your screen. If you're recording on a DSLR, it's going to be 1280 by 720p or 1920 by 1080p, and I just have my resolution at 300. And then you're gonna click OK. This is gonna be the size of your end screen. For end screens, you really want to think about what style you're going for. You have to have a color scheme. You have to have something in mind. You can make your background yourself, or you can just go to Google Images and find a background. I found mine on Google Images, but however, I can make my background, this background, on Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how. So first you go down here to the colors section. You could change it to whatever colors you want. You could put, you know, purple, you can make it blue, you can literally make it anything, but I chose this pink and this blue color. Then I'm going to go to the gradient tool, which is already selected here, and what you do is just click. Well, first you want to decide if you want it a radial, like a middle. I'll show you how two of them look. You just click on one corner and bring it down, and you've created a gradient. That's how a radial gradient looks. This one right here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. So I like this one. Also, another option, I'm gonna show you how you can find backgrounds on Google. What you do is you just go on Google. You can look for marble backgrounds. You can look for any background you want. You can literally look for blue background, 1280 by 720. I always put that in there just in case, just so it could be the right sizing. Yeah, you can look for blue and pink gradient, 1280 by 720. And as you can see, there's plenty of backgrounds I can choose from. Marble background. Literally, you can find anything you want. I think these marble backgrounds are pretty cool. You also want to think about if you want to add your logo. For me, I just simply added my name, my YouTube name on there. So the font I use, I got it from dafont.com. That's DAFONT.com. Right here. This is a great resource for fonts. There's thousands of fonts on here. Like, they have like really nice fonts on here. First you want to change the color of your font. Mine is white. Again, you can do whatever you want. BarbaraBeauté. Oh, okay. This is my name right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just press press shift and then drag the corners down to make it smaller. And that looks cool to me. Again, this is just a rough test to show you guys how I made it. If you want to add, you know, make this font look more interesting, you go to layer, layer style. You can add a stroke to it, which means you can add like a border to it. You can add a shadow, a glow. Mine had an outer glow. So I'm gonna make my size of mine about 16 looks good. And then while I'm here, I'm gonna add a drop shadow. What that does is just gives it a little dimension to it. It looks like it's standing out. So let me show you the before without the drop shadow, with the drop shadow, without the outer glow, with the outer glow. Yeah, you can add anything you want here. A gradient, a pattern, a stroke. A stroke is literally just an outline. So if I want to add a black outline, that's how it looks. But I'm just gonna leave it like this. And boom, you already halfway done with your end screen, baby girl. Now, the next thing I did with my end screen, as you can see, I have my social media at the bottom. And the reason you want to do that is so that people can know where to follow you and know where to keep up with you and see when you're posting your next video, etc., etc. So I found my social media icons on Google Images. This is the one that I got. All I went on Google and I put social media icons black and white. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that in Photoshop. Control, open with Adobe Photoshop. I'm on a Mac computer, so. This one right here is already a PNG file, which means that the background is transparent. When you're looking for stuff on Google, what you want to do is put PNG to make sure that you got a transparent background so that your life is a lot easier. What you want to do is pull that down like this and then go ahead and drag this entire thing onto your background. Okay, now for me, I only need the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Instagram. The rest of the stuff I do not need. So what I will be doing is getting the eraser tool, which is this little guy right here, and literally erasing the ones I don't need. I'm gonna make my eraser bigger to make my life easier. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I erased it. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. And pull this down. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a little bit bigger since my name looks really big right here. Now I can just move this. As you can see, that line in the middle, it tells you when you're aligned with the other thing on the screen, with the words on the screen. So that looks good to me. I'm gonna leave that just like that. What I did to jazz up mine right here is I added some color in it to match the background. What you want to do is go to your eyedropper tool. And then what I did, which is pretty easy. I just went to like, let me see. I just picked any part of the background. So this eyedropper is going to catch this color. Click on the Twitter icon, make that color. Then I'm gonna go back to my eyedropper. You're literally just choosing any part of the background. Get this, I got this purple color, as you can see right here. I'm gonna go to my paint bucket. I'll make that color. Now what you wanna do is go back to your text tool. Right now my text is pink, but I want it to be white, so I'm just changing the color. I'm gonna write out my social media. I'm gonna make this about 30 point font. Yeah, that's too big still. How about 15? Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna write out my name for my Facebook page, which is BarbaraBeauté Makeup. I'm going to take this smooth tool and just place it right where I want it. And that's still kind of too big, so I'm just gonna size it down. That's about right. Then I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do is click on this press the Alt button and drag it. That's gonna just duplicate that one, but then I'm gonna add my Twitter name instead, which is BarbaraBeauté _. Check that off. I'm gonna do the same thing with this. I'm gonna Alt drag, and then I'm gonna add my Instagram name, which is just BarbaraBeauté no underscore. So right now you got yourself an end screen. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is go to my layers, and I'm gonna press all of the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Instagram layer. I'm gonna link the icons with their corresponding social media names. I'm just pressing Shift, holding down Shift, and holding all these down. Now all of these layers are together, and then I'm going to click this little lock button to link them all together. And then while they're all selected, I'm just going to move these down. I'm moving it down because I want to make sure that when I go into YouTube that I'm going to have space to add the videos in the middle. And you'll see what I mean in a little bit. I'm going to make this a little smaller because, like I said, I want my videos to fit on my end screen, or else there would be no point of it. And then I'll check that off. Then I'm gonna go to the top one where it says BarbaraBeauté, and every time you click something on Photoshop, you'll see it, the little outline come to it, and I'm just gonna press Shift and make this a little smaller. And then I'm going to move it and align it. Now, I think that should be fine. Like I said, you can go ahead and add a photo of yourself. You could add anything you want to this end screen, but I just wanted mine to be simple. So now that I'm all done with my end screen, I'm going to go to File, Save As. You always want to change your Photoshop file to a JPEG or any other picture file. You want to make sure it's a picture file. It's just easier in real life. So I always change mine. And then I'm going to go ahead and press Save. For this part, I always leave it at the maximum and press OK. Now that that is saved, you want to go into your editing software where your video is, since your end screen is obviously going to be the end of your video. I'm going to look for the end screen that we just made in my computer, and screen test. Here it is right here. I'm just going to take that and drag it right into Final Cut at the end of my video. And as you can see, it fits perfectly on the screen. You could do anything you want to this. You could add a transition to it or whatever. You can add whatever. You could, I don't know, you do whatever you want with your end screen. And then I always add music to mine. Blase, blase, blah, blah, blah. When you're done with that, you're going to export your video, you're going to render it, and then you're going to upload it to YouTube. I use the template. The one I use is the one that has 2 videos and then the little picture of yourself right here. So when you click on this, it's going to show up right here on your screen. I always click on the one that says most recent playback, and then I have whichever video I uploaded before that. So at the end of my video, this is gonna play, and then people are gonna be able to click on my most recent upload, and then the whatever second to most recent upload. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative to you. It may have been a little long, but I really wanted to say as much as I know regarding how I made my end screen, how you can make yours, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me in comments, let me know. if you made an end screen. Also, make sure you turn your notifications on to make sure you know when I upload a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.